Hello, welcome to Small Time TV. I am your host, Rhiannon, and today we are with the dazzling, the wonderful, the Merindas. Over here, we've got Christelle and we've got Candice. They did make those jackets, those matching jackets, and we're going to talk a lot more about other things they've been making during lockdown, before lockdown, their whole journey. So welcome to Small Time TV.
Hey,
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. It's very exciting.
Welcome. Did you want to start?
Oh, yes. I guess we should introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, everyone out there. Firstly, my name's Candice. I want to acknowledge the land that we stand on here in Wurundjeri Boomerang country, of the Kulin nations of which we create, live and work on. I am a Darwin woman and have connections to the Torres Straits. I'm originally from Darwin and I moved to Perth when I was very young, and that's where I met my beautiful sister here.
And thank God we met. No, thank the ancestors. Hello, everybody. My name's Christelle Mckk, and yes, I'm originally from Noongar country, Perth, WA, proud Wajak Ballarong woman, and just so blessed to be here and living in Melbourne and doing music with my soul sister here. So thank you.
Thank you so much, and thanks for giving us a little intro on both your stories. How did you meet, actually, in Perth?
Yeah,
Yep.
so at the time, I started studying music at 16 at Music College, which is a college of music for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander artists. And I was there for quite a few years, got my diploma in music, and I went on to teaching there. So I was teaching, and Christelle was actually one of my students.
Right.
And I've seen her there from time to time. I don't think I taught most of your classes. I didn't see you too often, but it was when we started the Merindas as a Motown band. So we were originally a Motown tribute act. Before that, singer-songwriters, but then we started this group, and I'd see Christelle there at the front of the stage, and beautiful face and smiling, dancing, and just like
Fangirling.
yeah.
Yes.
And then one of the girls was leaving, and I seen Christelle on Facebook singing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I have to approach this girl, the sister, yeah.
But you know what? If I didn't listen to my cousin to post that video of me singing, I would have never. Well, you would have never seen it, and we would have never ever met. So it's kind of like, and rest in peace to my cousin Jason, because he's the one that told me, just you got to post your talent, you got to do whatever you can to get out there, and just don't be ashamed and just sing, and yeah. So it was really. Really good. So glad that one of the girls left the Merindas, and then glad that I posted the video, because here we are now today.
Wow. And you joined the Motown band, and then did you start writing soon after that, or what made the step to come to where you are now?
I think we were doing Motown for about 6 years
Yeah.
together. But during that time, just on tour and stuff, we just were writing our own songs as well together in the hotel rooms, and we were just like, wow, I think we're done singing cover songs, and I think we're ready to just move to Melbourne and make the big step of moving to a different state and just try out, just see new people and the new music scene over here. So we drove. We left Perth and picked up and just drove over, and
sold everything.
Yeah.
With one suitcase. And
yes, literally
shared a little
a car with
apartment
no
together.
spare tire and everything.
No radio, no aircon.
Yeah, it was a fun trip
I
over
feel like there
here.
needs to be a movie made about your life coming from Perth
it's
to Melbourne.
We hope so. That we talk about it all the time. We're like,
Yeah.
we need a movie, or we need someone to be following us around of the things that we do, because we just don't. Social media doesn't do any justice of how crazy our lives can be and what we do. We don't have time, do we?
No.
That's
We
it.
don't have
That's the thing. That's the catch, isn't it? It's like, well, if I actually got to show you everything I did on social media, I wouldn't get half of the stuff done.
No,
so I'm going to do it
exactly.
instead, and
Yeah.
then you can catch up.
Exactly.
Well, we would love to hear a song.
Sure.
Great.
What have
Well,
we got
this song,
first?
you'll hear a bit of Noongar language in this song, Kwaba Wirin Bujawa.
Awesome.
From Noongar Buja, this means the good spirit of the land. So, we want to feel your good spirit out there and enjoy this song with us.
I'm just going to set us up here.
what you are. Make me your number one. Wabba Marimba Jawa, Wabba Marimba Jawa, Wabba Marimba Jawa, hey, hey. Wabba Marimba Jawa, Wabba Marimba Jawa, Wabba Marimba Jawa.
And you, come on.
All my people of the land, we float to be free. Possessed by the energy now we can see. Our hands are released into the night sky. Carry me away into a new life. You know I love it, eh? Yeah, you know I need it, eh? It's so exciting. I'm so excited. This excitement, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And I feel it, feel it, feel it. And I feel it, feel it, feel it. And I feel it, feel it, feel it.
Do you feel it?
Yeah. And I feel it, feel it, feel it.
I feel
and
it.
I feel it, feel it, feel it.
You feel
and
it.
I feel it, feel it, feel it.
We feel it. Hey.
I want what you're on. Come on and give me some. I want what you're on. Make me your number one. Hey. Wabba Marimba Jawa, Wabba Marimba Jawa, Wabba Marimba Jawa. Hey. Wabba Marimba Jawa, Wabba Marimba Jawa, Wabba Marimba Jawa. You know we're fine, we're doing fine. We got to walk the line. Eh, eh, eh. We got each other's back. We said we'd handle it. You know we're fine, we're doing fine. We got to walk the line. Eh, eh, eh. We got each other's back. We said we'd handle it. Woo!
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, that was so much fun. Oh, I was getting my little butt moving in my seat.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
That's all right.
That's really hard to actually not dance to that
I know.
song.
I was like, we need
I was
to
like,
be
oh my god, I'm
upstanding.
sitting. This is weird. But
Yeah, that was really cool. Oh wow, I got like a little flashback to like being in my room as like an early teenager listening to, I don't know, Spice Girls or something, and just like jumping on the hairbrush. Is there a bit of a
yeah, that
90s
was-
vibe?
Well, at least you had a hairbrush. I remember sticking the hairbrush to the broom, like taping it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I had like the whole broom.
You had a
set
mic
up
stand.
Well, yeah, and I kind of thought that I played keyboard back in the day, like, and I had the broom situated like this and the hairbrush like that.
That's really
and
clever.
Doing like Alicia Keys sort of thing,
Yes.
but I didn't play the keyboard, so only just a little, but not.
Yeah, I think I used to like dance to like Backstreet Boys and Spice Girls, and used to put concerts on in the lounge room, and have like a ticketed event in the living room, and get all my family in and sit them down. And
I know, put the little paper in a bowl and just
Yeah.
like take your ticket.
I wish there was video cameras back then. Like, I mean, there was, but we
Yeah.
couldn't afford one.
Yeah, neither.
I remember filling up my room with like posters, so there was no gaps. So my mum and dad were just like, what's going on? Like, I was like, yeah, all my posters of all my girl groups and just,
Yeah.
everything was very inspired by, like, I always imagined myself being in a girl group, like growing up listening to like, TLC, Spice Girls,
Yeah.
and I had the little bobbleheads of Spice Girls as well, I remember, and Destiny's Child, and so.
Yeah.
Great. So they've all been in your walls, in your life from when you were young and brought you to this, making this music together.
And
now.
it was the 90s, I think.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was like
yeah.
our dream moment as young girls. Like, we want to be singers.
These jackets remind me of that 90s feel. Like a salt and pepper, maybe, I don't know.
Yes. Yeah, so you make your own clothes, you make your own beats. Tell me more about, and the audience about, everything you're doing together to bring the Merindas to life. Yeah. All the things you're doing behind the scenes that you don't have time to post on social media.
We're kind of, I guess, over COVID, it's been really hard. Usually before we were trying to find the right producer to work with, we'd sit with the guitar or keys and record what, was demos. And over COVID, it was really hard to do that. It was hard, we had to, become used to all the online stuff, but, everyone was really busy. So we just started to build a home studio over lockdown and really started to hone into our skills as songwriters, myself as a producer. And so it's at the point now where, I make a lot of the beats and Christelle will just sit there and write. So she's writing the lyrics and the melodies. And because I know, like, Christelle's got a lot of, like, amazing new school music vibes, whereas, like, I'm more, like, just old school. So she'll come up with better melodies than I will. Or more fresh anyway, more new, what kind of, like, the melodies you'd hear today on the radio. But yeah, I think together we work really well together now, where we're just being self-sufficient, producing our own music, taking control of our sound and what we do on stage. And it's really awesome to get to that point where you don't have to rely on many people. You just have to employ and source, like, who you need on your team, to get the job done.
That's so inspiring. That's really, really cool.
Yeah, that was really cool to listen to.
You're really great.
I was like, wow, yeah.
That's really, really cool. You could have just as easily been like, oh, well, we can't do it, but it's really cool to hear that you've just stepped into your strength and now you're even...
Don't get me wrong, COVID did have us thinking like, well, that's it.
It's up and down.
Done. All our gigs are cancelled and what are we doing now?
I think we were lucky that we just released an album during that time because we were just started our tour. I don't know if you already mentioned this. We just finished our album and we planned for the last 2 years this big national tour, and we started it and we did 2 shows and then everything got cancelled because COVID hit, and we're like, oh well, at least the stress of the tour is not gonna. We're actually kind of relieved that we're not paying big money out of our pocket anymore because we were very worried about ticket sales because at that time no one was buying tickets to shows because everyone was getting worried. There's no audiences, so we were stressing. But just to feel like, okay, well, we're locked down, we're going to release an album and just have fun and then work on our next EP or album or singles or whatever it is that we're going to do.
Yeah. Did you find, being so restricted with what you had available to you at that time, did it almost give you like a deeper sense of what you really wanted to show to the world with the band and like what success means to you? Because it gave you the time to think about, how you wanted to present yourselves and release your music.
Yeah, I think Candice and I were actually having that conversation today about, what success means to us. And like for me, success is about doing something that I love doing and I'm, earning an income of it as well. And it's also a job. It's not, it's not, it's been a while since I've had to explain to a lot of some of the family, like, so you actually get paid to sing and do this? And I was like, yeah, you do. And it's hard work and it's rewarding, and success for me is like releasing music, getting on stage, people listening, being here, just doing this sort of stuff. And, it's not always about, making it to the top and being famous. I think that's what we were talking about today and different versions of success for that meaning.
As long as we're happy and we're proud of what we're doing and I think people will recognise that if we're really proud and happy within ourselves, and people will jump on board with that, you know. And it doesn't feel like a job to us. We do it full time. Sometimes it's a struggle, but just got to be happy.
We're coming up to our 9 years singing together, so
awesome.
it takes a lot of commitment too. Not many girl groups can last that long. True.
Totally. Not many groups.
Yeah, not many groups. Yeah, exactly. But I think it's all about committing and having the same passion and the same drive and just being honest with each other, and that's what we've managed to do. And we work so well together. So just happy that we had each other during COVID time anyway.
Yeah. It was actually like for the last 8 years we see each other like nearly every day. It's not more than 2 weeks that we don't see each other. And then when COVID hit, it was like started to roll on to like 4 weeks, 5 weeks. It was like started to get kind of sad.
I'm lost.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool to hear. Well, we'd love to hear a couple more songs, please.
Sure. All right. We're going to do Déjà Vu.
Oh, so yeah, speaking of COVID, we actually did our very own music video to this song.
amazing.
So go ahead and check it out on YouTube.
Yeah. And my living room's probably the size of this room.
Okay.
And we had the full backdrop and filled the whole room with like fluff, you know, the pillow
it was
fluff.
clouds.
And it was clouds.
It was clouds, not flowers.
And so this was the first track that we fully self-produced ourselves. But it's got a bit of a twist, you know. Now we've done a bit of a remix. So yeah, this is
Awesome.
Déjà Vu, and we're going to head into Boomerang, one of our new ones from our EP.
Great.
I've been awake for a year, yeah. I've been awaiting my dream, yeah. I've been holding it down. This time ain't messing around. I'm gonna drive my own boat, cause you don't like this cocoa. I'm on a tightrope, no joke. I was asleep, but now I'm woke.
You've been a riding the waves, yeah. You've been a wasting your days, yeah. I've been a holding it down. You better recognize now. I'm gonna make you wish that you never took the time to see me through. All of the power that I can use. Come see, cause I'm something new. It
Feels like deja vu. It feels like deja vu. It feels like deja vu. It feels like deja vu. All I wanna say, all I wanna do. Every day I deal with it, but I can make it through. I still work, I still show up, don't give up, I don't need you.
Hey, hey, hey.
I've been making my way, yeah. Pulling up and it can't wait, yeah. I know I'm doing okay, cause I got deja vu on a daily.
Yeah, we work hard for the fam. Holding it down for my clan. Now that we burn with the brand, you won't let me expand.
You've been stepping on me, yeah. Trying to make me disappear, yeah. You never wanna see, yeah. The shit that I bring right here, yeah.
Haters, you gon' get a major clue. You don't support like you say you do. I don't give a fuck about the danger too. It goes round and round like deja vu.
Feels like deja vu. Feels like deja vu.
Yeah.
This is Boomerang.
Heart floating up out my mouth again. When I couldn't see you, I had to scream out your name. You got me all confused, burning in a flame. Yeah. I am driving your love away, around in circles, situations on replay. But you're there to comfort me. I'm your queen, you're my king. Your love comes back like a boomerang. Your love comes back like a boomerang. I am chasing all my dreams. I'm trying to take us, but we're stuck in a fantasy. I'm living on the edge, but don't you let me go. No, no way. I'm never moving on. You held my hand, our love is forever strong. I'm your queen, you're my king. Your love comes back like a boomerang. Your love comes back
I got mad, then you made me happy. I got lost and then you found me, keeping it cool so we can be free. Yeah, just like a boomerang, you come back to me. Yeah, your love comes back, hey, like a boomerang. Love comes back like a boomerang. Hey, hey, yeah, your love comes back like a boomerang. 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 Hey, hey, hey. You are the one that's been holding me down, but you're the one that's been holding the ground. I'm independent as well. I got mad, then you made me happy. I got lost and then you found me, giving it cool so we can be free. Yeah, yeah. Just like a boomerang, you come back to me. Yeah. Your love comes back. Hey, hey, hey. Like a boomerang. Love comes back. Comes back like a boomerang. Boomerang. Yeah.
Yes! So much fun! Oh, your voices work perfectly together.
Thank you.
So good. So much fun.
It's getting
Yeah,
hot in here.
it's getting
I
spicy.
feel like dancing, but make me real hot.
We actually got our fans. We got these from Gay Times over the weekend.
Oh,
Sorry,
That's our only fan.
it's the only biggest fan here tonight.
oh man, that was so good. So the second one, Boomerang's on your EP.
Yes.
Next EP.
Our
And
EP,
yeah.
Complicated.
okay, I feel like we need to talk about the album first because you didn't get to tour it properly.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the album a little bit, and the songs within that, and then I'd like to talk about your EP coming up as well.
Sweet. Yeah. Well, like our album took like 3 years to. It all went in threes. 3 years to make, 3 different versions, 3 different producers, and in the end, I think it was just a collection of all of the producers' energy and all the different versions rolled into one kind of album, and we kind of aimed for it to be a 12 to 14 track album, and then it ended up just being the 8 track because it's that kind of thing where I don't think we'll bother putting a whole bunch of tracks that we're not happy with. We just picked the best ones and it became 8.
Especially being our first album. It was so, I don't know, we took a lot of time and too much thinking, I guess, but I think the 8 songs that are on the album are the ones that belong there.
We were a little nervous, just coming out of, singer-songwriting, with a guitar, and then going on to doing like Motown tribute, and then really honing into the genre that we always wanted to do as young girls, that we just feel in our bones. We're just nervous to see what people would think about this style that we're doing now. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And how have you found the receiving of the new music?
Well, it would have been better if we actually toured with the album, but we have a lot of albums left. But I think I'm pretty proud of our album. But it's one of those things where great, it's out there. And that's why we moved on to the EP because it's just something that's really proud to be of.
For sure. And that's the main thing. It's something you're proud of, but it's not the last thing you're ever going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is really cool. Was there like a general message throughout the album? Or
I think, so We Sing Until Sunrise is like the first track that we wrote together as a duo, and we wanted something that has Christelle's language in it, Noongar language, and, the importance of that is to embed that in our music so it's passed down to generations, and it also inspires young generations to say, do more of it. This stuff is, we need to keep it alive. And so I think with this album, we wanted to do something that keeps us grounded to our culture, to, what we grew up with, and gives us something to share to the world, a bit about our, background as First Nations artists. So I think, we really wanted to send that message through that first album. and there was a couple of songs, had my sort of story and my feelings about where I grew up and where I wanted to be, and then Christelle had a few stories on there. There's actually a few.
Yeah, there's I mean, I was like a young mum, so I went through I think 17, 18, so I had my first child, so that was like a big thing for me. So kind of had a story about being in love, and you think you're in love, but there's a song called Young Love Was to Blame, and that's that's exactly what it was. And I think it was just mainly about mostly our album is storytelling of both of us in that. And I love the fact that we have the album called We Sing Until Sunrise. And Nyak Nukuring Nyala Waranka, those Noongar words in that song means the sun is sleeping, but we are still here celebrating our culture through dance and through music. And like Candace said, we just really feel that it's important that we keep our language alive, and we're teaching language through music. And that's what makes me really happy, and to just be able to do that and have my nieces and nephews sing, these words and dance, and it makes me happy that they're only young but they're pronouncing these words and learning through music. So it's a great way of teaching as well.
Dedication to like our life and our culture.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really special. And even people beyond First Nations as well are learning at the same time, which is really cool. Wow, that's really awesome to hear. And then what's the next EP? So that's yet to come out.
Yeah, that's out already. So we had a bit of a pickup moment where the City of Melbourne started a Laneways project with Flash Forward. I don't know if you've heard of that, but we received some funding to be commissioned to write, a record. So,
I was like, what? What? Really? What's the catch? Come on.
Yeah, right. And so we were like, wow, this is amazing, because, we all know how much it costs to make an album. So we thought, okay, we're going to invest in the ideal, like, sound that we've always kind of wanted, that we dreamed of, and we kind of spoiled ourselves. So we didn't do an album, we did an EP, because we used more money into the production.
Well, it looks pretty. It's on a vinyl.
Yeah.
Like
Nice.
Yeah, we got vinyls done. And so we worked with Simon Morrow in bringing live musicians onto the tracks that we produce for this next one. So the first album's all electronic. It's kind of like, made with the producers, and then the second EP, we locked ourselves into a hotel room for 2 days down near Brighton, and we came out with the entire EP from that.
This is exactly the setup that we had.
Wow.
Headphones on, keyboards in the hotel, and I was literally just writing down pen and paper. Yeah, that's good.
And I just kept pressing record on hitting the melodies.
Because sometimes, when you're just singing and then you don't record it, and then you're like, oh my God, how did it go? What was, if Candace says, oh my God, that was really good, like, what was that? She's already got it recorded. I'm like,
smart.
Oh,
yeah.
But, after a few wines, and then we check what it sounds like in the morning, we're like, oh, there's some good stuff here. and it was funny because we got like a lady come to the door, and she was complaining that we were being loud.
It was 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I guess when you have headphones on and you're singing quite loud, but you don't know what you really sound like.
And we're like, yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. And it was literally, jumping around and going crazy. So I can't imagine what it did sound like in that little hotel
with no
room.
music context.
Yeah, no music. It's like, what are they doing in there? And you could probably hear the keyboards going,
clunk, clunk, clunk.
Yeah.
That track we just did, Boomerang, that's off the new EP. That's one of the tracks, yeah.
Yeah, I always wanted to make a song that was called Boomerang, and just being in and out of love so much. Like, I'm sure some of you out there have been in a relationship where you're in and out and they just keep coming back like a boomerang. So,
And so catchy to sing. Boomerang. It's great.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, we should just add that one in there.
Sample that.
Oh, I hope that woman out there that knocked on the door in your hotel room, I hope she hears it and just like, now I get it.
Yeah.
Now I like this.
Yeah.
Surely.
Yeah. Well, that we might even, like, when we get to perform the next song, we might even do that song that we were actually writing and singing at the time. She complained.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the one.
This is for you. Yeah.
Yes.
And you probably see why. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we'd love to hear one more.
Okay.
I wish we could hear the whole EP. But we'll just have to come to one of your shows. You're playing Brunswick Music Fest, right?
Yes.
Yep. Where are you playing for that?
We're playing Music for the Mob, so
Cool.
it's part of it. It's a Gilpin?
Gilpin? Yeah.
We're still newbies to Melbourne, Gilpin Park, yeah. And that's happening. That's like a family open event. Come along. I think it starts at 4. Anyway, look online. Music for the Mob.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. We're going to... Didn't talk about Complicated or set it up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so, I mean, this song is exactly what was playing before that lady knocked on our door at the hotel room. But not only that, I think this song is really referring to the COVID times and just like basically us as humans just being, you know, living life, and things just get so complicated. But why should they be complicated? We should just be out here celebrating life and enjoying life and, you know, not worrying about everything all the time. But this is complicated. So.
Why is everything so complicated?
Yeah.
Why is everything so complicated?
Turn it down.
Hey.
Why is everything so complicated?
That's the line if you want to sing with us.
Why is everything so complicated? We should be out here celebrating. Why is everything so complicated? We should be out here celebrating. This life, make it right. Do it now. Get down. I'm feeling like another dance on the clouds with sweet romance. Drinks up, hands up. I got you around. Shots down, love loud. No turning it down. Lights up, it's on. I'm feeling it now. Anytime is the time to live it up. It's alright. Why is everything so complicated? We should be out here celebrating. Why is everything so complicated? We should be out here celebrating. My love, all for you. We are young, shine like you do. I'm reaching out to skies above. Our stars aligned, it's all for love. Drinks up, hands up. I got you around. Shots down, love loud. No turning it down. Lights up, it's on. I'm feeling it now. Anytime is the time to live it up. It's alright.
We've actually got a ripping guitar solo on this from Emilio.
It's my favourite part.
Why is everything so complicated? We should be out here celebrating. Why is everything so complicated? We should be out here celebrating. Why is everything so complicated? We should be out here celebrating. Why is everything so complicated? We should be out here celebrating. Why is everything so complicated? We should be out here celebrating. Why is everything so complicated? We should be out here celebrating.
Yes. So true.
You know what? That would have been so funny if we had the actual intro that we had at the start of this song that we recorded.
Oh, so good. I joined in just very quietly because I was a bit too shy. But I'm gonna sing it full loud when I come to your show at Gilpin Park.
Definitely.
Yay!
Yay.
Oh, that's so good. I feel so uplifted and rejuvenated after that. Thank you.
Thank you. We
It's
do
really,
too.
really cool. I really love what you're doing. And I'm sure the audience out there is loving it too. Yeah. If you're at home and you're in bed and you got snacks and they're all over the place now because you just jumped all over your bed, I think it's fine. Clean it up tomorrow because that was worth it. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing your music and your stories, and I'm so excited to hear what else you do because I think everyone needs to hear it. It's
Thank
really
you so
cool.
much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
This is a really nice setup and nice and cozy.
Gives me ideas for my living room now.
Yep. Please come back anytime. We've loved it. Well, enjoy the rest of your evening. You've been watching Small Time TV with the Merindas. You can catch them at Gilpin Park for Brunswick Music Fest, and they're playing a few more shows around town. Jump online, the socials, YouTube, all the places, and keep watching it. Thanks.
Big
Have a good
love.
night.